The Coaches Show is brought to you by Highway 55, Burgers, Shakes, and Fries. The Professional Fence Company. Our name says it all. No job too big or too small. Nunboys.com. And GPS Photography and Video, GPSPhotoandVideo.com. Welcome back, and welcome to the Ask the Coach segment. I'm Glenn Young alongside head coach Tom Paris, and let's get to it, Coach. First question I got comes from Keith Hoffman. And his son Dylan is one of the big uglies out there. His question is, he said, why, hang on, let me get it lined up here. It seems like there's only one coach coaching on the sidelines. He said he's noticed this and other parents. So like when the kids come off, he said it just seems like there's only one coach that's getting with the kids when they come off on the sideline and coaching them up. That's his question.
Well, you know, I do know that every time the offense comes off the field, Coach Jorgensen gets all the offensive linemen, sits them down on the bench, and they make adjustments and talk about what went well, what we're seeing, whether or not the look's consistent. He does, he's the guy coaching the most guys.
Right.
You know, he has 5. And Coach Walworth, who's up in the box, usually anything that needs to be shared with KJ is done through me or through Coach Jorgensen when Coach Jorgensen's through with the offensive line.
Okay.
David does it more so than I do because usually, when the offense comes off, the defense goes on, and I'm up there with Coach Coleman and our defensive coaches. Coach McCray, when you look at our passing game, a lot of there's not a whole lot has to be talked about with the receivers because the inability for us to get them the ball, as we've talked about in previous weeks, is a timing issue, and where we got better on it last week and we're able to distribute the ball on the perimeter a little bit better. We've still got a long way to go in improving on that. It's not that the receivers aren't running good routes or blocking, it's just the timing of our passing game is not what we need it to be. And KJ had glimpses last week of delivering the ball at exactly the right time. As you've already noted, we made 2 of the catches we made, 2 of them we didn't, but they were catchable balls.
Right.
And defensively when we come off, Coach Deese is in the box. He can't talk to the defensive ends, but he'll communicate whatever they need to know through Coach Johnson and Coach Coleman. And Coach Coleman gets with his defensive backs every time they come off the field. It's rare that I get to be engaged in those coaching moments and those conversations because the game's still going on.
Right.
If it's a change, in quarter or if it's a timeout, I do get much more involved in it and basically drive the dialogue.
But there's more than one coach involved in coaching.
About it.
Okay. Second question comes from the father of Devin Norwood. He's number 20 wide receiver, and his question is, the Hoke offense is one-dimensional. We have other weapons that are not being utilized. We're not seeing the jet sweep, the reverses, quick slants, quick outs. Too much challenge to just have plays just being utilized with Brandon and Jacob Rushing.
Well, I mean, it's not so much that we're just utilizing them. It just when they're the ones that are having the most success. It goes back, I think, to what we were talking about earlier with the experience factor. We did some things last week and the week before. We're trying to figure out ways to distribute the ball and involve Devin more in the run game. We did run Georgia with Devin. You know, you can't make a living on any one thing, and trying to improve the timing of our passing game so that we can distribute the ball better, get it to the athletes on the field in space, and let them give them a chance to do what they can do. You know, it's the fact that we're not seeing the more success out of other players is not because we're not trying to incorporate them into the offense. It's just our ability to succeed in getting them the ball, and then their ability to succeed with it after the fact. You know, we are a little bit one-dimensional. We have been without Brandon being at 100%, and that's been difficult. That's been, you know, I've worked on it every week. Coach Walworth and I talked at length today about some things that will hopefully allow us the opportunity to diversify a little bit more in our run game. And you know, it's a work in progress. We're going to keep working on it.
And he said also, as we go down the line, we play Richmond and we play Scotland. He said they're just going to stack the box. So if they stop Jacob, is that going to be it?
I don't know that they're going to stack the box. You know, Richmond and Scotland both are 3-4 teams. They're going to respect us on the perimeter. Obviously, you know, I'm confident they're going to be concerned about Jacob rushing. Who wouldn't be?
Right. Exactly. All conference running back last year.
But you know, Rocky Mount had 8 people in the box, sometimes 9, and didn't slow down Jacob a whole lot.
I mean, once he got to the second level, nobody ran him down.
Even in so doing, when they lock down and go straight zero in coverage, you know, and kind of dare us to throw the ball. Even then, you know, and I think you look at film and you can see the timing when it wasn't what we needed it to be in the catch, throw, and the delivery. The timing with KJ holding on to it a little bit too long was disrupted because he was just, you know, not getting rid of the ball when he needs to.
Well, another bright spot, Andre Pergis had another reception, worked his way back to KJ once he was in trouble as he rolled out and caught the touchdown pass. That was a bright moment, but what had everybody scratching their head was it looked like we fumbled. The referee signaled that the ball was with Rocky Mount, and then we went into a 15-minute dissertation. They gave us the ball, but then they gave us first down, and then they came back and gave us. What was going on with that?
Well, what happened was they flipped the chains in anticipation of the turnover, and when they did rule that you know that KJ was down and it was still our ball, which was my argument all along, they had lost track of the down and distance. And so, you know, I tried to explain to them that we had begun on the 26-yard line, and we'd gotten 2-yard gain on first down on that play that we fumbled. We got a 2-yard gain, so the ball should be on the 30, and it should be third and 6. And he said, well, we're going to mark it at 3rd and 10. And I said, it can't be 3rd and 10. I said, because we did not lose yards on either one of the first 2 plays that we ran.
Exactly.
He said, well, you didn't gain any yards on the second down play. And I told him, I said, well, I beg to differ. I said, we gained 2 yards on the fumble recovery. And you know, and I told him, I said, even if that's the case, I said, it can't be 3rd and 10. It would have to be 3rd and 8. He said, well, it's 3rd and 10. I said, no, it's not. I said, it's 3rd and 6.
They were scratching their head. We were up the top looking through the video, and I'm like, I closed in close on you. I was like, well, coach is trying to figure this thing out.
I was telling them what was right, what to do.
And then the Rocky Mount coach comes out and says, no, it's not first down, it's 3rd down.
Well, and then the white hat tells me, he says, well, coach, he said, we've already messed this up bad enough. We're not going to mess it up any worse. I said, what do you mean? I said,
they definitely messed it up.
I said, if you spot that ball and make it 3rd and 10, you're messing it up as absolute worse as you possibly can. He said, well, that's what we're doing. And I said, it's wrong.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, we're going to take a break. We'll come back, take a few more questions, and then we're going to talk about some of the Bucksters in college. A lot of kids got to get recruited, and see what your thoughts are on that. We'll be right back.